What's up, my fellow traders? Hope you're all doing great. A quick and early update here on nat gas, gold, silver, crude oil, starting with natural gas. So what do we have right here? I also want to give you one tip how you can spot the price is likely going to push up or down. So stick with this video. That is something I'm going to get to very shortly, I promise you. But at this point, we have just hit 50% fib level. And right now, that was an aggressive entry. And looking at that, I'm expecting a push down to the next level of support. Now, again, like I said, that is an aggressive entry and that is not a downtrend. That is just a gap down opening and then price pushed lower. That is why it's going to be very risky. My preferable entry would be again pullback and bearish engulfing pattern to go short. Could be till 50 EMA, could be a rejection at 20 EMA, could be the rejection at the recent resistance that was already mentioned in my last video, which was broken, and then we might be getting a retest before it pushes back down. Now, the tip I was talking about is a momentum candle. Now, if you look here on a daily time frame, that is a big momentum candle, and the way you can spot a reversal is once you start to see a big momentum candle, even though that's a gap down candle, then I want to see a small candle, then smallest candle, then a green candle, then it can start to change its trend. Now, that shows a strong bearish candle, means there's still a very high bearish pressure and price will likely to push lower. And if you look here, we have this momentum candle, biggest, then it's getting smaller, bit bigger, green, mix, and then we are getting the green candle at the support. And if you go back, I want to show that as well. A very good example here, bigger candles getting smaller, wicks, and then we are getting this rejection here and then it pushes up. That is something on a daily time frame, and that is how you can also spot that the momentum is getting weaker. So at this point, we are at the price has formed a big momentum candle, means there is still a very strong bearish pressure. So at this point, now I always say if there is conditions, you take your trades. I've got lots of messages from the traders that the price keep on opening up and down in gap. But why are you taking the trades? If the price is opening up and down in gaps, why are you just randomly entering the trade? If you're not going to take a trade, you're not going to lose money, right? You are just taking the trade because there is a greed factor. You just want to catch any moves. The last trade I've taken recently with my priority members, that was this trade. That was a pullback entry bearish and there was no guesses. That was on 13th of January. That was a winner. And afterwards, there is no conditions. Yes, we do have this bullish engulfer, but that was a bit risky for me. I skipped that. But that was a perfect condition, and that condition happened where? In a downtrend. This trend has just started and it is still choppy. Now, that is how you can spot the reversal, and that is what you can expect a possible pullbacks. Now, like I said, I look at the other platform as well, and that is why it is in a downtrend. I would like to go less aggressively, which is my pullback entry bearish. Again, guys, try to skip aggressive entry, and I don't recommend aggressive entry in this market. But bearish engulfer is something I would prefer. Once we have that, we are good to go short with condition. Now, like I said on Oana, the price is at the support. The price also formed a double bottom from the support, and that was my entry. I've already confirmed that to my students in the course and Discord group as well. And some on Telegram, that's the previous structure which was broken. And at this point, that is also a very weak double bottom. Very weak double bottom. It could be very risky, but if you are in the trade, I'll keep my stop loss here and I'll just go 1-to-1 initially and then manage to 1.4-to-1 reward to risk ratio. So that is a bounce. I was expecting a bounce, and then I'll go short again, bearish engulfer till here, and then we might be getting a double bottom major from where we might be getting a solid push up. So that is something I'm expecting from gas. A bounce, then a push down, and a push down will be if there is a bearish engulfer, I'll be going short again, then I'll be taking short till here, exit here to see if we get one more condition here to buy, then I will buy. If there is no condition, I will see if we get a break below this low, then I'll be looking at the next level, which I keep you guys informed. So that is something I'm expecting from natural gas. Keep an eye here. I'm expecting a pullback now, a bounce from here, then I'll look from a bearish condition, but that bounce will be enough to cut your profits. Now, overall, that's an uptrend started from here. It never broke below this low, and we had a wave up, a wave down. It could be a wave up from here, so that could be another wave before it pulls back. It can pull back to this level as well, but in that process we'll be taking some trades up and down. So that is something we need to understand, that is an uptrend started already, but in a higher time frame. Next up, we have capital.com, exactly the same. We are now in the process of a pullback. I'm only expecting a bounce and then bearish rejection, which is my bearish engulfing pattern, and then I'll be going short. keep on taking shots till we get to the next level. Now buy will only happen again, complete buy will only happen once we're completely broken above 50 and 20 EMA for the solid trend continuation. For now, I just expect a bounce and look for bearish engulfing conditions. Anyone trading on MCX, exactly the same. I'm expecting a nice spike and then I'll be looking for the hit of 50 EMA and then I want to see a bearish conditions to go short. Once we are here, I want to see a new low to go short again till we get to the next level, which is right here. The number right here I've already mentioned in my last video. So guys, we are still bearish but expecting a pullback and exactly like this to go short again with bearish condition until we get a complete reversal and break above 50 and 20 EMA. So we are now in a downtrend and we are just looking for pullbacks and continuations. Next up we have gold. Gold is right at my anchor resistance minor level, which is right here and not broken on a daily time frame. Once it is broken on a daily time frame, then I will no longer look for my bearish trades. For now, as we are above 50 and 20 EMA on 4-hour time frame, I want to see some more momentum. If there is, then I'll be looking for the bullish pullback entry to go long. Very simple. That is something I'm expecting. We are now broken above 50 EMA, no conditions on 4-hour time frame. We are also getting this bullish 382 pin bar entry. If that turns out to be a bullish pin bar candle, that's one of my bias signal, and according to that we can go long using the stops and target I teach to my students. But again, that's a 180R initial target, but keep an eye on this bullish pin bar. If that turns out to be 382 bullish candle, then that's my bias signal. Very aggressive here on gold, so we'll see how that goes. Keep an eye here. Once we have some more momentum, then I'll still look for my pullback entry bullish to go long again. So either a long from here or a pullback entry bullish. So I'm only buying gold at this point once we have a confirmed conditions. Next up we have silver. Silver right here, like I mentioned yesterday, if this won't play out, then I'll be still looking for my next entry at and below 50 EMA. So very important entry, a second chance entry we might be getting soon. If that pushes up, then that would be my next entry to go short and look for the double bottom here. So we'll see how that goes. If you get no condition at 50 EMA and price dramatically break above 50 EMA, then I'll start to look for my buy trades only. For now, I'm not bullish for silver till we are broken above 50 EMA, but I'll still look for my valid bearish pullback entry to go short at right at 50 EMA or below 50 EMA. We'll see how this goes. I will only buy above 50 EMA or once the price pulls back down and forms a double bottom condition. So for silver, just wait and see what conditions it forms again below 50 EMA. Next up, we have crude oil nicely pushed up and still pushing up as expected yesterday. Now, we do have this bullish 382 candle that shows a bullish pressure and likely confirmation that price is likely going to continue to push up and hit at least this first top 66.13 goes up to 66.48. From where I'll be looking to go short again. So for now, I'm expecting a further spike looking at this bullish 382 candle. Otherwise, if you're not an aggressive trader, look for a pullback to 50 EMA or above 50 EMA follows bullish engulfing candle. That's a perfect entry for me and that's a confirmation entry for me and I prefer that entry. But that is also one of the entry in crude oil which I have not tested yet, but I'll be looking for the pullback entry as well. But my general bias is still bullish looking at this candle and expecting a price to push up to first top and create a likely double top. So that's it for today's video. Hope you got a value. If yes, hit the like button for me, subscribe if you're new so that we can all do it together and trade efficiently. Hope you trade green. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care.